Have you ever been trapped in the woods in the middle of winter with no survival skills at all? Don't worry, I'm gonna help you out. You see, I'm Weston and I'm related to Bear Grylls, and I do this stuff for fun. So I can survive off for like a week on just dirt and urine, and I'm trade schooled and all this stuff, so don't worry about it. But there are 3 basic survival steps that everybody needs to know, and that's building a shelter, building fire, and finding food and water for yourself. You can cut it. Okay, so our first step is building a quality shelter that you can live and survive in for however long you need. Not months or years, but like a week until you can find somebody for help. So the first part of finding a good shelter is finding a good area with lots of trees so that you can have good supports for your shelter that you can build them off of. And then you want to find big logs for strong support and kind of lay them in a teepee pattern so that you can set this up later to be good protection from the elements, animals, whatever you need. Okay, so after about an hour of work, I've been working out here for a long time, good and hard. I have good support set up for my shelter and a roof over the top. Just the basic needs, so no snow can get down on top of me, but the problem is that we have open walls, so we need protection from animals. Okay, it's been about 2 hours since my last progression in my shelter, and so as you can see, oddly enough, I found some fresh cut mahogany to add onto the siding of the house. But this is a quality shelter, folks. Got good, nice brickwork, good siding, good protection from animals. Even got a lock code on it. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so now we're gonna do building a fire, and this is really crucial because this is what's gonna keep you warm, cook your food, ward off animals or whatever. So you don't want to put it inside of your shelter. You want to kind of keep it out in front so it keeps animals away and stuff like that, so you don't smoke yourself out. So what you should do is find small sticks, dry grass, break it up, and if you do your fire inside of something, like contained in it, it'll make it a lot easier on yourself. So you do that. And if you rip up cloth from like your clothes or something, I just have tissues to replace that. Put that in there. And then what you want to do is light your fire. If you have a survival kit, I mean, you could do the little stick rubby thing, but I don't know how to do that. So light your fire. Okay. Now once you get a good fire going, you see how it's kind of then you can start adding in bigger things. And progressively you want to add on bigger and bigger logs as to keep the fire going all night while you're asleep. Okay, the third important aspect is getting food for yourself to fuel you throughout your survival, alright? So immediately you want to go out and find the easy stuff, you know, pick berries from bushes and stuff like that, but you need to be careful because not all are safe. So obviously we have the juicy fruit that fell off the juicy fruit tree. These are good to eat. I mean, you can pick them right off, pop them, like, very good. Now, what happens is you see something like this that's delicious and delectable, but this is the rare striped tube fruit, and these are deadly. They can give you diarrhea, causing extreme dehydration and cardiac arrest too. They affect your neural functions and your heart stuff. And if you have a weapon readily available, you can use that too to hunt for animals. So I have a gun just because it's easier to demonstrate than making a whole bow and arrow, but you can do that with sticks and like straw or something like that. So we're gonna go hunting. Shh, I see one. Ah, crap! Shot another wiener dog. That's okay, it'll do. Now every good hiker knows that in their backpack they should be readily available. So with your water bottle, if you run out of water, what you can do is scoop up the snow and melt it to a boil so that then you know it's nice and clean. Or if the snow is freshly fallen, you can eat it. But you only want to do that if you have a shelter, so you know that you're not going to put yourself into hypothermia. So, and that's the last step of finding food/water. Okay, so now you should understand how to survive in the elements in the most basic level. So remember, the 3 most basic things are building a shelter first, finding food, building a shelter, building a fire, and then finding food and water for yourself. Those are the 3, in that order, 3 most important. So it's easy to do, it'll make your trips a lot safer, and it's good knowledge to have that you can pass on.